Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today's video I wanted to talk about self-love. I kind of hit on self-appreciation, self-acknowledgement, and self-worth on our last video. And I wanted to talk about self-love because although it does play in part of self-appreciation, self-acknowledgement, all those things, having self-love and knowing how to truly love yourself is an important step in your healing journey or in your journey in finding yourself in general. And I actually love talking about self-love because it's not what everybody think it is. Like I've spoken to guys and girls, and most of them think self-love is just looking at yourself in the mirror and just saying, oh, you're hot, or oh, you look good today. Yes, that does help. But truly, self-love is bettering yourself, loving who you truly are deep within, and not this facade that people see you on the internet or that you share with people. Self-love is loving your truest self, loving who you are, and bettering yourself mentally, physically, and emotionally, and being self-reliant. I think that is the most important thing, is knowing that you can rely on yourself, knowing that no matter what happens, that you are able to take yourself out of situations because you love yourself that much that you won't put yourself in positions where your self-worth is being affected. Okay, everybody, I do want to address the scenery change. It gets dark outside now, so it got dark on me when I was trying to make the second part of the video. I do apologize. I just want to adjust it real quick. But now, to go back to the video, I do have it written down right here in my notes. A few things that I have done to now find myself in my self-love journey, right? Because I already talked to you guys. I gave you all these things about what self-love is and self-appreciation, but now you're just like, okay, get to it. I want to show you guys something first. This journey of self-love, it is not an easy road to go on. This road is bumpy, this road is on hills, this road is flooded, and this road can get sinkholes. So just be patient with yourself and be kind and take it slowly. So one of the first steps I truly did was understanding why I was not finding self-love within myself. And so you have to be very self-aware of what it is that's making you feel doubtful and not truly loving yourself, right? And I started to realize that mine was that comparison was the thief of my joy. I was comparing myself. I was in mental battles with all these people, and I started to realize that that was affecting me. I was self-aware of all the negative talk that I had towards myself, either that came from my body, the way that I looked physically in my face, or hating the way that I dressed and who I was as a person. And then once I became aware of these issues, and I want to also point out that if you are in a relationship, a household, or in an environment that makes you feel this way, it's important to know and try to figure out ways to get yourself out of it. Because we can find a lot of these negative talks, negative self-worth mentality from people that have hurt us. And understanding that you need to try to navigate out of that is an important thing also, right? And another step that I have taken, because I feel like I'm still not there, right? I feel like I'm not an advocate to say, or like I'm not an advocate. Now I'm not like the perfect picture of self-love, but I do want to say I'm very close. I will be there one day. But celebrating that I've came this far is a thing that I am proud of. that I am looking at myself in the mirror and I'm okay and I'm in love with who I am, because I not only love myself physically or how I look, I love the person that I am, because I am a hard worker. I love people. I am a kind person, and I want to portray this environment or protrude this joy with people coming into my life and knowing that they are in a place where I would love them and I will appreciate them. I started to see, like, oh, this is the person that I am, and I can acknowledge when I'm not being a good person, and being self-aware of where and who I am and what I'm doing has been a great accomplishment. And I also want to say is accepting or acceptance, sorry, of where you are in life and who you are, and knowing that physical attributes should not affect your self-love. That is a thing that I realized for myself and for many other people, is that we are trying to change ourselves for something, for a gain, and I just think is acceptance is the biggest thing, and this can be self-love, where you are in life, etc., etc. We got that right. Another thing, sorry, I was getting emotional. Once you are in that point where you have accepted your flaws, let's just say that, is learning to love it. That's your next step. I would say I have and had, because I'm still working on it, issues with my physique. There's things that I love about my body and that I wouldn't change, and then there's that obvious little thing that everybody wants to change. And now I am just accepting it, and it's crazy, because if you would have told me this months ago, I would have never believed you. And I don't want to mention what it is, because I don't want to influence anybody that's watching this to see themselves differently. So I won't say what my biggest insecurity is. And I mostly noticed it whenever I would get dressed up or wanting to wear something. And I won't say what, again, because I don't want to influence people to try to find more attributes to hate about themselves. I don't want to portray that at all. But I now started to realize that is just something that won't change, and that it wasn't that big of a deal. It wasn't. And it took me a while to get there. So just know that once self-love and self-appreciation starts coming into play into your life, those things that you hated, or those things that you wanted to change so badly, become so minute that you start to never realize it again. Okay, this is a big one, and I'm so sorry for those that have a hard time, but forgiveness. And I kind of already touched about forgiveness, and I know you're probably like, forgiveness is self-love and self-appreciation. Yes, I might make another video about forgiveness, but forgiveness of yourself, forgiving yourself for putting yourself in positions that you started to hate yourself in. And I will give an example. I forgive myself for hating myself and to making myself believe that I needed to change these things to keep people around, or to make myself feel better, or to make myself more attractive. Or I forgive myself because I hated myself so much that I stopped loving myself. And to forgive putting yourself in positions like this is a great step, and is a very empowering step to do. And finally, is going all the way back, is doing that all over again. Be kind with yourself, be gentle with yourself, appreciate it. That you are starting to love yourself, that you are starting to realize these things, that you are starting to love who you truly are. And I want to say materialistic things should not be a reason why you're comparing yourself and why you're not loving yourself. I don't want to say that. I hope that you guys are just reminding yourself every day to just be you and truly admire your beauty and your compassion and your strength in everything. So I just want to once again tell you guys how appreciative I am of you guys and how thankful I am that you guys listen to me rant. And I know this is one of the longest videos probably that I might put out. I might touch again on self-love later on, maybe in a different topic it might come up, but I think self-love is a tricky thing to talk about because I think a lot of us think that we have it and then we realize we really don't, and a lot of us just don't believe in self-love. And I just want to say to love yourself for who you truly are. And again, my biggest thing, comparison is the thief of joy. Let that go. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I love you guys, and I see you guys on the next one.